Onyeka saw a ring in Lukman's room and took it and placed it on her finger and was happy that this is going to be her engagement ring. Lukman saw the happiness on her face and said, well, now that you have seen the ring, I guess we are now engaged. Of course, Onyeka jumped out of her seat and was so excited that finally Lukman has proposed to her. On the other hand, this was not the plan. What Lukman has decided to just play along. In this regard, Lukman rushed downstairs to tell his friend Rocky about the unfortunate incident that Onyeka has seen the ring and has taken it as her engagement ring. Rocky said, so what is going to happen now? That you know Rachel is on her way coming. In fact, I'm going to pick her from the airport. What are you going to do with Onyeka right now? Lukman quickly came up with a plan and said, don't worry, I have it sorted out. Just go and pick Rachel from the airport. Lukman went upstairs with a champagne to celebrate the engagement with Onyeka. Onyeka said, you know I don't drink. Well, in the moment and happiness of this engagement, why not? Then, of course, Onyeka continued to drink the champagne. Lukman encouraged her to drink more. After some few minutes, Onyeka got drunk and slept off. Hours later, Rocky and Rachel came to the house, and to her surprise, there was decoration of "Will you marry me?" all in the hall. Rachel was so happy that after this long distance relationship, this man is taking her serious. Of course, Lukman knew that and proposed to Rachel. Rocky was even shocked to see the decoration and everything that Lukman put together. Now, what is the next step? Lukman proposed to Rachel and she accepted. Out of excitement, she rushed to the bedroom to see what is the next plan for them. As she rushed, Rocky asked, Lukman, where is Onyeka? Where is your fiancée? In fact, where is she? Of course, Lukman said, she got drunk. In fact, I dragged her and she's in the guest room. You mean Onyeka is in this house? Yes, of course she is in this house. But she's drunk. She woke up in a few hours, maybe in the middle of the night, maybe. Then, of course, Rocky was confused and said, so you mean you proposed to two women the same day and both women are in the same house at this moment? Man, you are the man. But this is a risky game you are playing. Lukman said, you know, these two women are very valuable to me at the moment. I don't know who to choose. And unfortunately, Onyeka didn't officially propose to her. You know, she saw the ring and took it. I officially proposed to Rachel. So yeah, that is that. But how am I going to dispose of Onyeka when she wakes up? This is a big problem because Rachel is also in the house. Well, hopefully, I get it sorted out. I'll come up with a plan. Right now, let me make sure that Rachel does not go near the guest house. She is exploring the house. Rocky said, well, look sharp. This is your problem since you decided to eat your cake and have it. Let's see how you enjoy this boat you are riding. Lukman said, so you will not give me any plan and help me? Well, Rocky said, it's your decision. How can I help you? I'll be here, but for now, I'm leaving you. Make sure you sort your marital issues out. And Rocky left. Lukman went on to Rachel and they both have some giggle moments, discuss, and were having so much fun. In the middle of the night, there was noise. And of course, that was Onyeka waking up from her deep sleep. Lukman said, Rachel, don't come out. Don't come out. You know, you just got back from Nigeria. Maybe some thieves are in the estate, so don't come out. Let me even lock the door. Of course, Lukman used his sixth senses and locked Rachel in her room. Lukman went to the guest room, and as he got there, Onyeka was up. He immediately asked Onyeka to sneak out of the house, called Uber. Onyeka said, "Why do you want me to go in the middle of the night?" Of course, Lukman said, "There have been some attack in the estate. This is the best time for you to leave. I don't want you to come and die in my house and something will happen." Immediately, Onyeka noticed that the ring was not on her finger and she complained. Lukman said, "Well, I told you armed robbers came in. That is why you are tied up and they took the ring. I was able to survive, but right now you need to go. They took the ring, which is very valuable, but don't worry, I'll get you another engagement ring." This was the most intense moment for Lukman. Was able to convince Onyeka and she left. Few weeks later, Rachel started her wedding plans, but Lukman, on the other hand, was not looking forward to the wedding plans. Anytime Rachel talks about wedding plans, Lukman looks uninterested, and this was bringing fight between the two of them. Rachel said, "You proposed to me a few months ago. When are we going to take these wedding plans seriously? Aren't you interested in marrying? In fact, what exactly is the problem? If you know you're not going to marry me, why then did you propose?" Lukman said, "I know, I'm just a little bit stressed. Don't worry, when the time comes, you will definitely say, plan it." Rachel said, "Well, the time is now. Let's plan this wedding." As much as Lukman tried to dismiss the discussion, Rachel was not having it. Days later, Lukman went to have a conversation with Rocky. Lukman was complaining that Rachel does not cook, Rachel does not clean, Rachel does not do any house work. All she does is go out, chill with her friends, and go to work. Rocky said, "Well, do you think you can eat your cake and have it?" Onyeka, on the other hand, does all the things you're complaining Rachel does not do. Of course, Rachel is not the homely type. She's sophisticated, complicated, career woman, which you like, but you still want to have Onyeka, who is very homely, does the cooking. Her cooking is good. Lukman said, "Look, are you helping me or not?" Rocky said, "I can't help you. You have to decide. Do you want to marry Onyeka, who will cook for you and does everything in the house, but is not career oriented, or you marry a career woman who will cook for you? You have to choose." Lukman said, "I'm confused." Then he went home and of course started complaining that Rachel is not cooking, Rachel is not cleaning. Rachel said, "You know how much my nails cost and you want me to enter the kitchen, cook, clean for you? Am I your maid or something? Look, we need a maid actually in this house. I'm not going to do all of this." Lukman looked at Rachel and shook his head and said, "I don't know if this marriage will survive." Rachel said, "What do you mean by that?" Lukman walked out. As he walked out, Rachel walked in and continued to bark, and they ended up fighting a little bit. Next day, Onyeka called Lukman for a quick meeting. Onyeka complained that her auntie is throwing her out and she has nowhere to go. So she is coming in with Lukman. Lukman, of course, could not agree because Rachel is in the house. Onyeka said, "You are my husband-to-be. What is wrong if I stay with you?" Lukman came up with a very quick excuse and said, "Look, you will be in this house, but you will act as a maid. I have this, my elder brother's wife-to-be, who is also in this house, and I've already told her that I am single. And of course, this will affect our relationship for a bit, but this is just for a while. So, Onyeka, you will come to the house and act as a maid." This came as a shock, but Onyeka has nowhere to go, so she agreed. Onyeka came to the house, introduced as a maid to Rachel. Days later, Rachel started being mean and very condescending, very rude towards Onyeka, insulted her, called her names, but Onyeka has to endure because she loves Lukman. Lukman, on the other hand, always tried to encourage and said this is just temporary. So one day, Lukman went and sneaked into Onyeka's room and tried to sleep with her. Onyeka was not having it. I said, look, it seems like you are dating Rachel. Is Rachel mad because I saw the wedding ring you gave to me on her finger? Is she the one you engaged to? Lukman said, he is not really, technically. He tried to lie, but Onyeka already figured it out, but was not sure because Lukman was lying. One day, Rocky came to the house, Onyeka cooked, and Rocky started confessing and said, yes, Lukman and Rachel are engaged to get married. This confession shocked Onyeka, and immediately she packed her things and left the house. Lukman came from work and realized that Onyeka was not at her house and didn't know what to do. He searched everywhere, called Rocky, but did not answer. Now, he knew that Onyeka was nowhere to be found. This was affecting his mood. Rachel realized that Lukman was not himself since Onyeka left the house, and this was also where he noticed that, well, it seems Lukman and Onyeka were dating, and Lukman lied to her. She then one day confronted Lukman and said, so you and Onyeka were dating, and you lied to me. Lukman said, well, we were dating before you came into the picture, but not anymore. Are you sure? Lukman was not interested in any conversation. Then one day, Lukman went to Rocky's house and saw that Onyeka left a letter for him, which says that she has gone back to the village since there is nothing for her here in the city. She will start her life back in the village, and if anything, one day she might come back to the city, but for now, whatever she has with Lukman is over. Lukman could not believe that he has lost a good lady because of his greed. Rocky said, I told you, you love Onyeka, but because you wanted more, you're not losing out. Lukman was angry at Rocky for keeping Onyeka in his house and not telling him all this while. But it was already too late. Rocky said, well, she promised, and she made me promise not to tell you, so that is that. Lukman got angry and left to his house. When he got to the house, there was another letter for him, this time from Rachel. Rachel wrote a letter and said, look, now that I knew that you were dating Onyeka and deceiving me, I have sold your car and also sold some of your valuable things. As well, the house you are in, I have given it out and I have taken 50%. So, I'm not going to lose out of this relationship. Of course, I spent more than 2 years with you and I cannot lose. The ring, thank you for the ring. I'll sell it and I'll make money out of it. So, that is that. Have a good life. You can't eat your cake and have it. Lukman looked so confused and said, in a day, he has received 2 letters from 2 women that he was playing. He realized that he truly cannot eat his cake and have it. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.